Hyejin is one of the few dedicated caster type characters in the game. If you like playing AMP characters in general, you should probably look to learn Hyejin at some point, or at least give her a shot. Now, as far as Hyejin's builds go, there is a very popular and common route for her that ends up going elemental bow. It's a 3-zone weapon and it's generally pretty contested, but Gobu may have found something that is kind of off the radar of the meta at the moment. So today I'm going to be bringing you Gobu's Golden Ratio Hybrid Hyejin build. This build combines a very safe and relatively uncontested build path with a pretty decent early power spike that lets you safely transition into the late game. Now let's get into the build. So the weapon of choice is the Golden Ratio bow. Most Hyejin builds are generally building elemental bow, but this build opts for Golden Ratio. The main reason is that it takes you off of the usual Hyejin paths that are currently far more contested and puts you in a safer part of the map, in a more uncontested part of the map, so you're more likely to just finish your build with no issues. Now, stat-wise, Golden Ratio is actually not that bad of a bow, even when compared to elemental bow. And since we're going to be picking up our healing reduction on the Rocker's Jacket, we're not that concerned with the fact that we're going to be losing healing reduction on our weapon. Now, as for the rest of the build, we're going to be going with the standard Rocker's Jacket Uchiwa core 4 items, which is going to be Imperial Crown, Rocker's Jacket, Sword of Shah Jahan, and Uchiwa. To basically explain why these items are so good together, between your headpiece and your arm piece, you're getting a lot of max HP. Between your Rocker's Jacket and your Shah Jahan, you're getting a lot of attack power, which all of your skills do scale on. And between your Uchiwa and your Imperial Crown, you're getting some more spell amp, which also benefits your skills quite a lot. So these 4 items, they work wonderfully together. They give you lots of utility, lots of defensive stats, but also lots of offensive stats that also make your auto attacks very relevant as well. Now, speaking of relevant auto attacks, that's where things get kind of interesting. Instead of straitjacket sneakers or glacial shoes, we're going to be going with feather boots along this route. Feather boots makes it so you can auto attack far more, because while Hyejin has longer cooldowns, she needs to be able to fill those cooldowns with some damage, with some more pressure on her enemy, and that's where feather boots comes in. Since you have decent attack power between Golden Ratio, Shah Jahan, and Rocker's Jacket, feather boots lets you auto attack far more often, so you should be focusing on weaving autos in between your skills. Additionally, since you only have Uchiwa as your SP regen, there's a chance you may need to make some SP drinks, so keep that in mind as you're going through the game. Make sure you have the flexibility to go get SP drinks if you need them, because you don't want to be running out of mana in crucial points of the game. So here is where the build really shines. The build shines in its routing. You start in Beach, which is one of the absolute most uncontested zones to start in the game at the moment. Pretty much nobody starts Beach unless they're doing a reverse Electron Blaster route. So Beach will almost always be free. Uptown as well is fairly safe until Dioscuries start coming in, but you should be there and out of there in time. You're gonna go Beach, Uptown, Factory. Now, Factory is where things can get a little dicey. If you're unlucky, you might run into potentially an Erendite Jackie, an Erendite Yuki, or a Sniper Aya, so be careful when you're in Factory. Try to get your weapon done ASAP. Don't forget that you need Heated Rocks to finish your weapon, so if you're wondering why you haven't finished your weapon, despite the fact that you're in Factory already, you need to be picking up rocks in order to make Heated Rocks to finish your weapon. Once you've gotten Factory down, you've gotten your first 3 core pieces, you should be much stronger than most of the people around you. At the very least, you shouldn't be able to get bullied out too easily. Once you finish up in Factory, you're going to make your way into Chapel to take the teleporter up to Avenue, where you're going to be finishing your Crown and your Uchiwa. At this point, you should almost be done with your entire build. All you need to do is get a feather in either Forest, Hospital, or Cemetery, and that'll finish up your shoes. I can't stress this enough. This build, as opposed to most other Hyejin builds, will give you the option of having very powerful and relevant auto attacks. So don't think that since you don't have a lot of CDR that you're limited by the fact that you have long cooldowns. Just think of it as it's giving you more time to put strong autos between your skills. Use your skills to give yourself space between you and your opponents. Fear them into a root. Root them to keep them off of you and slow them whenever you can with your Q, but just remember that in that time where they're not on you, you should be autoing them when you can. For the skilling order, I would recommend you always put a point in your ultimate whenever available, but after that, it should always be passive over Q, over W, over E. The reason why you don't max E is because if you put points into your E, it doesn't actually lower the cooldown at all, whereas putting points into your W does lower the cooldown by quite a lot, and you do need W to keep people off of you. It's a very relevant peel tool, and the more often it comes up, the better, so you do want to be putting points in it over your E. And one final thing I want to bring up before we go into the example game is that this build is super flexible when it comes to rare RNG materials. If you get mithril, if you get force cores, you can make mithril helmets, you can make mithril chest pieces, you can swap into Hermes boots, you can swap into auto arms. All of these things are very good on Hyejin and should be used when available. And with that said, let's go check out an example game. Yo, Gobu, in this case, would you just beach start? Or did you say dock if factory goes to contested, something like that? You go dock instead, sick. Yeah, passive, you kind of, okay, but here's what I have to say about Amp Yuki. Well, maybe I should hold off on that thought. I've got a video on Amp Yuki coming out kind of soon. Not tomorrow, because Alt has finals to study for, but the day after. Let's just say, I think, as far as Amp dual swords go, I think you're just better off running Jackie. Like, I don't see a reason to run Yuki over Jackie. I think Jackie is just it, but better. I am you, but stronger, essentially. Dude, where's my gems? I feel like no gems. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you'll see me constantly locking camera, just like pressing space to lock my camera on my character. That's just habit. Why not run Jackie plus Yuki? Don't spoil my video. That's maybe that's what I'm doing. Holy shit, all the gems went to yikes, that's not good. Space to toggle. Interesting. If it was toggle, that would drive me crazy. I don't ever want to like have a permanent lock option on my hotbar. Okay. Pray we get, oh, we're not getting that gem. Well, this Sylvia is pretty boned. Just using running shoes. Yeah, we still need to get those. Yeah, right now, like, two-handed sword is just too good for Yuki. If you're gonna go dual swords, you might as well just play Jackie, unless you're running two dual sword characters for double amp shenanigans, in which case, yeah, go for it. Oops. I'm griefing. I'm actually just griefing. I know this guy is weak as shit right now. I just need a lighter, man. Ah, there it is. Nice. Stones to finish the weapon, I think? Is Rapier Fiora viable? Yeah. I think it's viable. I don't know the current state of Fiora super well right now. After her change, I don't know for sure. Like, she's definitely undergone some changes, so it's hard to say. Dude, how am I ever gonna get leather if chickens suck this hard? Jesus Christ. This is just the worst. Why did it not pick it up? I like clicked on it. But what? There we go. Yeah, now we're making some real food. You quit dodge and dock. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I don't like it, but I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm also fairly sure that guy is Golden Reach Nadine. It's funny seeing another one. Wait, there's still bottles here, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, what are we missing? Couple things. Need a fan. No, Songsta. Need a iron ball, need a hairband, need a feather. Okay. There's the fan. Whoop. Probably need to ult there. Probably should have clicked him to see like what he actually had because he didn't have much to begin with. Whoops. Yeah, we see Bassin. We see Bassin right now. Oh, there's the hairband. Nice. Is the tournament return getting good esports support? Ooh. Hold on. Alright, yeah, run away. Okay. Sort of. Sort of, not really. Oop, branches are gone. Like, kinda not really. Like, they've had tournaments for this game in the past. Like, for open beta they had one. But I don't think that's really their focus at the moment. Which I think is fair. I don't think this game, okay, having played in that tournament, I don't think that this game is super well suited for a tournament setting. Like, it's fun to play this game like competitively in queue. I think it's fun to sort of sweat on it and have fun. Tournament wise, they need to do some like, I don't know, they need to do some soul searching on that before it's like really in a great place. Okay, what are the odds I actually get an iron ball or a feather? It's not looking good. How is there, okay, how is there gold and gems like everywhere, flowers and shit, but like, I can't get iron balls and a feather? Like, yeah, I guess the feathers are relatively difficult to get, but like, holy, Rockers meta, true. True. Alright, how are we doing? Doing pretty good. We just need a feather. I did this. Dude, I did do this. Come on. Yeah, if it weren't for my obsession with Raku's Uchiwa, which, by the way, is justified, we'd probably have less of it in the game. I want to go back to the old days of if you would pick up an iron ball, it would be 50 stacks of iron balls. It would not be 50 charges. Thank God you couldn't single drop back then. If you could single drop back then, you could potentially just like pick up a stack of iron balls and just drop 50 of them. Like, that sounds so dumb. Holy. Imagine doing damage. I can't. I'd like to finish my shoes. Slow Cemetery. You got teamed on so hard, feels bad, man. Squads are fun, you love to watch it. Yeah, I think squads is by far the most fun to watch of all the game modes. I think solos is pretty janky. Because everyone, dude, when you do solo tournaments or like solo competitive stuff, it's just, oh, it's rat city. Everyone's just ratting it up. Put like serious money on the line, you're gonna see everyone playing very passively. Because everyone wants to avoid just getting third partied. Yeah, honestly, loneliness, like, it's not the hardest thing in the world to just like go up solo squad and get decent teammates. Especially since like there's no really sweaty teams pre-mating at the moment. You can still have like decent games as a solo squatter. You're low LP. Oh, true. Well, even then. If there's any like super good coordinated teams at low LP, they won't be there for very long anyways, so it kind of balances out, right? Man, I have done like nothing this game. I killed someone, I don't even remember where or when. My farm isn't even that good. Oh, we have a... Oh, seen that build before. Go climb platter time. Alright, check me out. Pretty clean. Oh, not the third party. Oh no. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Bonk. It's time to finally replace this terrible food we've got. It's fan knows Hyejins, because it doesn't take a genius to figure them out. I remember when Hyejin came up, people were like, all right, I'm researching skins. So I was like, you can just throw it into every wall, you'll go over it. Like, you don't have to think that hard about it. Like, there's a few creative ones, like that clip I saw. Oh, hold on. No, she blocked it. Oh, just out of my range. The one I saw that's like over here, where is it? This jump? Wait, no, this jump. That one's cute. I like that. That's not one I would have guessed, like, without looking for it. But I feel like there's others I definitely would have. Oh, that's total red. Oh, shit. How's Wick doing? Wick's at dock. Let's go to dock. I think that Dylan just went there. Why is Shuriken Hyejin bad? Because Shurikens have really poor stats. Believe it or not, if you just like compare the stats on like, say, oh, I don't know, Elbow? Elbow is like the standard, right? If you compare Elbow to, say, Azure Dagger, Elbow is so much better. Oh, wait, he's untouched. Huh? That's odd. Oh! I didn't even do that intentionally. Let's go. I'm sorry. That was all planned according to my Keigoku. There goes the YouTube clip. Yeah, this one's going up on YouTube. I did intentionally secure the wick though, so that one was legit. Oh, wait a second. Oh, they're on that way. Bonk. Alright. Get the fuck away from me. Fucking egg bun. Ooh. The long. Let's go! I'm insane! I'm a Hyejin main. Shukai food? Yeah. Give me that sweet, sweet Shukai food. I lived through a Shukai ult. Fun fact, there's like one counter to Shukai ult, and it's Hyejin Fear, because it makes him turn away. It doesn't stop the ult, he will still be doing it, but he is forced to turn away from you. He's not able to hurt you with it. That is the distinction. Okay, so we have some Shukai food now. This guy is console. We don't necessarily have to be here. Yeah, you just saw a Shukai die. That's amazing. That's not even possible. I don't even know how that happened. Yeah. Ooh. Wait a second. How did I not see that earlier? Yeah, we in there. This is gonna be the Hyejin video, by the way. If I'm not recording. Wait, no, I am recording. Pog. All right, let's go. If I win this game, this is gonna be the Hyejin video, because there's no way I'm gonna get another win on Hyejin. Oh no, already not good. Bonk. Ooh. Okay, my man's got traps. I wish I had cameras right about now. Oh, he's there. Oh, he whiffed. Oh, he whiffed again. I get console for free. Oh, he whiffed again. You know what? Let's waste our roll. Oh, I got excited for a second. There's a chicken. Is the dub? Yo, let's go, dude. And that's how you win with Hyejin. And cut the video, slam it, send it to YouTube. Let's go.